So McGee Homestead and Farm Fanatic have been kind of in a challenge with each other about clover and soybeans, which one puts the most nitrogen in the soil to grow corn with. Well, we're going to try the crimson clover here, but I want to challenge McGee Homestead to try some electroculture. So if you would, give it a try, make us a video, and see what kind of results you have. Hello everybody, welcome back to Burnt Church. I hope everybody's having a good day. It's just a little bit warmer here today, but for the next 7 days, it's supposed to be real cool. The high is in like the mid to low 70s. We're looking forward to that. So I watched McGee Homestead some, and him and this other guy, Farm Fanatic, I think's his name, has been kind of challenging each other back and forth. What makes more nitrogen in your ground, the soybeans or crimson clover? Well, it's a little late in the year here for me to try any kind of soybean. This is already September the 11th. So we're going to try the crimson clover. And this is a big thank you to McGee Homestead. So I'm kind of taking him up on his challenge, even though he didn't challenge me. We're going to try some crimson clover here in our garden spot. We're going to try it in the spot that we're going to grow corn in next year. Now, if y'all hadn't seen his channel, go check him out. He grows some amazing corn without any fertilizer. Now, if we can tap into that and do that here, it's going to be amazing. So we're going to go out here and bush hog our garden. The garden has grown up awful. We're going to bush hog it and cut it in, and we're going to sow some crimson clover. Now, we're going to sow some turnip greens also in another little bitty spot in the garden. My daddy, he's wanting some turnip greens, so we're going to sow a spot in there for him. I don't care a whole lot for the turnip greens, but he loves them, so we're going to fix a place in there for him. So y'all come along with us. If you go over and watch McGee Homestead, tell him that Burnt Church sent you, and tell him that Burnt Church is giving his crimson clover a try here to see if it works out for us like it does him, because it does wonders for him. He grows corn in the same spot year after year, and 12, 14 foot tall corn. So maybe we can do that here. We're going to see what it'll turn out like. If you're doing electroculture, make sure you get it out of your garden before you start plowing or bush hogging. Right there was one of my big ones that I had back earlier on the lettuce. I had forgot about it. We've got an antique makeshift harrow here, or drag, whatever you want to call it. It's tore all to pieces. I'm going to try to wire this back piece back together. You can see it's broke loose. All that grass that didn't get cut in, we're going to try to drag that harrow around it and kind of level the garden spot up a little bit. I'm hoping that this will drag some of that grass maybe up in the pile, and I can take a pitchfork and either get it out, compost it, feed it to the chickens or something. I could take the turning plow and turn it in, but we just need to get the seeds in contact with the soil. That's really all it takes for these turnips and for the clover. Fencing wire is a country boy's best friend. Fence wire, now it ain't the strongest wire, but it'll work in a pinch usually. I think we can run maybe double or triple it through there and tie it together. We'll see what it looks like. I've wrapped it about 4 times here. That'll give it all the strength I can get it. Now we'll tie it. Don't that look like a professional country job? Let's see if that's gonna hold. Well, that's helping a little bit. I may still have to get out there with the rake and get a little bit of that grass out of the way. These are Market Mower 76. They're an heirloom. I've let them go to seed. They're about ready to be picked off here now. There's some on the ground down there now. I don't keep those. Just these that I've left on the vine and let them over ripen. I'll take some of them down and take the seeds out of them and see what they look like. If they look like they're a good seed, I may have some to get rid of. So we got 7 pounds of crimson clover. It's coated seeds. Now I'm not putting it out today. We're gonna put out some turnip greens here today. We're not gonna do the clover today. I'm gonna wait and do it tomorrow. They're giving a chance to rain tomorrow around lunchtime and tomorrow night. I'm gonna watch tomorrow's news in the morning and see. I don't want to get all that clover out on here and then it not rain for a few days. I want to do it just right before the rain. But these turnip seeds, I think they'll be fine. We're just gonna do a narrow strip right through here of the turnip greens. The clover we're gonna do on over here. If you can see the okra right out there, we're gonna do the corn, or we're gonna do the clover on this side of the okra, all through there. Because that's where I'm planning on putting the corn at next year. These here are some real fine seeds. If y'all can see them. We're gonna sow them right up through here, and I believe that'll be all the turnips that we'll need. That should make all the turnips. Like I said, we don't eat much of them. I might eat one mess of turnip greens and some turnips. Other than that, I don't like them very much. So we done a strip through here probably about 15 foot wide and about 40 foot long. So that ought to be a pretty good little salad patch. So I'll bring you along tomorrow. We'll put the clover out. And I'm hoping that we get the results out of this clover that McGee Homestead does, because I'm telling you, he grows some pretty corn with no fertilizer. Now if we can do that, it's going to be nice, because this clover seed, I think it was around $20 for 7 pounds, and 7 pounds, it should make this through here so thick that you could walk on top of it like carpet. 7 pounds should. If we can get by with $20 worth of fertilizer on some corn here, that's going to be nice. And it looks like it's fixing to rain, so we're going to get out here now and sow the clover. So I'm going to challenge McGee Homestead Adventures to try out some electroculture. Try some next year on your plants, or if you're planting some this fall, give it a try, see if you have any results. We've had some pretty good results on some things that didn't seem to help a bit. But if you would give it a try, make us a video and see how it turns out. We're going to try our new seed sower here. Well, it was new for us. I bought it at the Goodwill in 2021. I don't think we've used it any since then. But we're going to put them clover seeds in here and sow them out here on the garden and see how well that crimson clover will do. If we can get a good stand of it, that's where we're going to plant our corn at next year. And we're going to try it like McGee Homestead Adventure says. That's all he does, is just the clover, and he don't do any fertilizer. Now, he has some pretty clover. I hope we can get some clover to grow like he's done. These seeds are coated. That was the only kind that they had down here at our farmers co-op. and they didn't have many of these. I bought 7 pounds, and that pretty much wiped them out. They said they would probably be getting some more in here pretty soon, but that 7 pound like wiped them out. They had maybe 1 pound left. If y'all don't ever check out your Goodwill, you might look there. I found a lot of things at the Goodwill, and they're a lot cheaper. It looks like we give about $3.99 for this at the Goodwill. And it looks like it's brand new, other than being dirty. Now that's dirt from us here in the shop. We're gonna see how well it works. Well, the little seed spreader tore up, but I still stick by what I said. You can get a lot of good stuff at Goodwill. The little inside part that spins come off somewhere. And if I can find it, I can probably put it back together, but we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way now. I need to invest in one of those seed spreaders. I need one of those that goes on you, that hangs out here. We're going to probably be doing a lot of this a little later on over here in the field behind the house. I'm going to try this clover in it if I can get time to do it. Well, we've got some rain coming. That should get our seeds to coming up out here. Well, this is all just for fun. But McGee Homestead, if you would, try some Electroculture. See if you get any good results out of it. Well, I thank y'all for watching. I pray God blesses you, and I'll see you in the next one.